Hello students, I am Dr. Rajaram Dhok from Savitribai Phule Pune University affiliated Agricultural Development Trust Shardabai Pawar Mahila College Shardanagar Baramati. Let's start. Today's lecture 4 on the molecular orbital theory. In this lecture 4 of molecular orbital theory, we learn about the subtopics combination of atomic orbitals. So when we studied about the molecular orbital diagrams, then in that molecular orbital diagram, different atomic orbitals combines linearly, and in this linear combination of atomic orbitals, the symmetry of the atomic orbital is very important, and for that purpose the study of combination of atomic orbital is important. And for that purpose we see the different possible combinations of atomic orbital in the formation of molecular orbitals. So the first combination is S-S atomic orbital combination for the formation of molecular orbital. So you see in this diagram there is shown the s orbital of first atom and s orbital of second atom, and when these atomic orbitals, that is the two s orbitals, when its wave functions are same, that is plus plus, then there is formation of sigma molecular orbitals, and that sigma molecular orbital is shown in this way. That is also called as bonding molecular orbitals. When these two atomic orbitals, out of that one is positive wave functions and other is minus wave functions, then at that time these two atomic orbitals not combines, instead of that there is repulsion of the atomic orbitals, and at that time that two atomic orbitals repels away from each other, and that is called as anti-bonding molecular orbitals, and we can show that molecular orbitals pictorially as shown in this figure, and that is called as sigma star molecular orbitals. Now the next combination of atomic orbital is s and p. So in the p orbitals there are three types of p orbitals: px, py and pz. So out of that px, py and pz, one p orbital is along the x axis, second p orbital is along the y axis, that is called as py, third p orbital is along the z axis, that is called as pz. So all the three p orbitals are perpendicular with each other. In case of the s orbital is spherical. So when we see the symmetry of s orbital with symmetry of p orbital, then out of the three p orbital only one p orbital is in the same symmetry of s orbitals. So out of the three p orbital, one of the p orbital forms sigma bonding with s orbital. So you see in this diagram, here one s orbital is shown and one p orbital is shown. So generally we consider the px and s orbital have in the same symmetry positions, and py is perpendicular to px, pz is also perpendicular to px, and when that s orbital and px orbital, when its wave functions have same, that is plus plus towards the each other, then at that time there is formation of sigma bonding molecular orbitals. In the other way, here out of that s or p orbital, one of the wave function is different. So we take here example that s orbital have positive wave functions and px orbital have minus wave functions. So that plus and minus wave functions repels with each other and there is formation of antibonding molecular orbitals, and that is the sigma antibonding molecular orbitals that can be shown simply by sigma star. So in this case here, in this sigma star molecular orbital there is one node, and from that node, from the left side and towards the right side, two orbitals are repelled, and that is shown in this figure. Now third type of combination, that is the combination of p and p atomic orbital. In the combination of p atomic orbitals, we consider that one atomic orbital contains three p orbitals, that is px, py and pz, while in the second atom that p orbitals also contains three p orbital px, py, pz. And so in the combination of p and p atomic orbital, there is possibility of two types of molecular orbitals. That is, one type is sigma molecular orbital and other type is pi molecular orbitals. So firstly, we learn how that sigma molecular orbital is formed. So sigma molecular orbital is formed by combination of p and p atomic orbitals which have in the same phase or which is in the axial positions. And for that purpose, we consider that px orbitals are in the axial positions. So we take the two px orbitals, first atom's px orbital and second atom's px orbital. When its wave functions are same, then at that time there is combination of that atomic orbitals and form the molecular orbitals, and that is shown in this diagram. Now the other case, that wave functions of that two atomic orbitals, that is px and px, is different. Means in that first px atomic orbital of first atom and second atom's px atomic orbital have minus wave functions. Then at that time that plus wave functions and minus wave functions of that p orbitals repels with each other, and that both the p orbitals are go away from center or away from node at certain distance, and such type of orbitals that is called as sigma star molecular orbitals. So in this way, by combination of p and p atomic orbital, one sigma bond is formed and other sigma star antibonding is formed. Now we see the other type of pp combination. So the remaining two p orbitals, that is one is py and other is pz. So both atoms py and pz is available for combination. Now when first atom's py orbital and second atom's py orbitals both are perpendicular to the px orbital, means in this case that first atom's py and second atom's py, they can overlap sidewise, means that is in the perpendicular to the x-axis, and at that time when both atomic orbitals py and py have same wave functions, then there is combinations. So one p orbital's lobe is above the axis and other p orbital lobe is below the axis, and so in the formation of molecular orbital, one lobe is formed above the axis and other is formed below the axis. So such type of bond is different than the sigma bond, and this is denoted by pi. Now in the pi bond formation, when wave functions of that py and py is different, then at that time there is repulsion of that py orbital lobes. And you see in this diagram that 4 lobes of that py molecular orbitals are repelled from each other at 4 directions, and that is shown in this diagram. And such type of bond, that is the anti-bonding, and that is shown as pi star. So in this case, one pi and other pi star bond is formed. Now in case of the pz and pz combination, here same type of combination is formed like py. And so here diagram form is similar to py in pz molecular orbitals. So in case of the pz molecular orbitals, there is also pi bond and pi star bond. So simply when that bond is formed by combination of py, then that is called as pi py and pi star py. When there is combination of pz and pz, then for simplification, simply we can note that pi pz and pi star pz. So in this way, by combination of p and p atomic orbital, 2 pi bond is formed. So out of that, one is pi py and other is pi pz, and the other opposite anti-bonding pi bond is also formed. Now for our simplicity or for our exercise, again we can revise in short the difference between sigma and pi molecular orbitals. So already we have discussed about the sigma molecular orbitals and pi molecular orbitals, but for revision again we revise that sigma molecular orbital is formed by overlapping of the lobes of atomic orbitals pointing along the internuclear lines or internuclear axis. The molecular orbitals are formed by the overlapping of lobes of atomic orbitals perpendicular to the lines joining to the nuclei. Now second difference between sigma and pi molecular orbital, that the electron density in sigma molecular orbital is concentrated between the 2 nuclei, and in case of the pi molecular orbitals, the electron density is 0 between the 2 nuclei. Then third difference between sigma and pi molecular orbital, in case of the sigma molecular orbital, all bonding molecular orbitals are symmetric about the internuclear axis. So all sigma antibonding molecular orbitals are unsymmetric. In case of the pi molecular orbitals, these molecular orbitals have no symmetry about the internuclear axis. Means all pi antibonding molecular orbitals are symmetric. So this is the difference between sigma and pi molecular orbitals. Now we see the other type of combinations, that is the p and d atomic orbitals. So in case of the p atomic orbitals, there are 3 types: px, py, pz. In case of the d atomic orbitals, there are 5 types of d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square y square and dz square. So when these atomic orbitals combines with each other, then large number of molecular orbitals are formed. But as considering the symmetry of that atomic orbitals, only certain atomic orbitals have matching symmetry and its atomic orbital forms bonding and anti-bonding orbitals, and remaining atomic orbitals remains non-bonding. So for that purpose we take some examples. Remaining examples or remaining possible combinations you can see at your home for home exercise. So in case of the p orbital, there are 3 p orbitals. In case of d orbital, there are 5 d orbitals. So total atomic orbital is 3 plus 5, 8. And so possible molecular orbitals are also 8. And so we see here only one example. Remaining example you see at home and you see the possible combinations. So here we take the py orbital and other d orbital is dxy orbital. So dxy orbital, in that lobes are in between the x and y axis. In case of the py orbital, lobes are along the y axis. So if we consider that py and dxy, then both have matching symmetry, and this both py and dxy, it can overlap sidewise, and because of this sidewise overlapping, there is pi bond formation is possible, and this pi bond formation is shown in this diagram. So you see in this diagram, this plus and plus, which is above the plane, combines and forms here one bond. Then py and dxy, which is below the axis, these lobes forms the bond, and in this way one lobe is above the axis and one lobe is below the axis, and it forms one pi bond. Now in case of the antibonding orbitals, when that py and dxy when combines with opposite wave functions, then there is repulsion between that, and there is various lobes are formed at different places, and that is shown in that figure. And this position of lobes is also some complicated, and such molecular orbital, that is called as antibonding molecular orbital, and that is shown by the pi star. So in this way, the p and d atomic orbitals combines and forms such type of pi bonds. Again, there is some other possibility is also present. You can see at your homework. Now last type of combination, that is combination of d and d atomic orbital. So just we have seen there are 5d orbitals. So here 5d orbitals of one atom and 5d orbitals of second atom when combines, then totally 10 molecular orbitals are formed. So when these 10 molecular orbitals are formed, then its symmetry is also considerable, and so only matching symmetry d orbitals of one atom and d orbitals of other atom combines with each other linearly, and there is formation of bond, and that bond is called as delta bond. So in this case also, this combination is some difficult to understand, because when that 4 lobes of one atom and 4 lobes of other atom combines, then 8 lobes combines, and in the two-dimensional diagram it is some difficult to show, and for that purpose we have to see the two-dimensional diagram, and you can see that two-dimensional diagram on the net. So we have taken here one examples, that is the dx square y square of one atom and other atoms dx square y square, and when that dx square y square of one atom and dx square y square of the second atom combines, then same symmetry, same geometry, atomic orbitals overlap sidewise, and there is formation of here bond, and that bonds, out of that 2 lobes are above the axis and 2 lobes are below the axis. So in this case, there are 4 lobes in molecular orbital is formed, and just we have seen in the pi bond there are 2 lobes, one is above the axis and one is below the axis, but here there is 4 lobes, and so this is different than the pi bond, and so this bond is delta bond. So such type of delta bond is formed by combination of this d and d atomic orbitals. Now when these different atomic orbitals combines with each other, then there is formation of molecular orbitals, and this combination is explained by linearly, and so that is called as linear combination of atomic orbitals. And this linear combination of atomic orbitals have given certain rules. It has given the certain rules, and according to that rules, the atomic orbitals of different atoms combines with each other and formation of molecule. So in that various rules, so we say first rule. So in this first rule, the wave functions of the atomic orbital, if there is same, then at that time there is formation of bonding molecular orbital. Means when wave functions of both atomic orbital is plus plus, then at that time there is formation of bonding molecular orbital. This is very important rule. Then second rule, that when wave functions of two atomic orbital is different, then at that time there is formation of anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Means simply, when one atom have plus wave functions and other atom have minus wave functions, then at that time there is formation of anti-bonding molecular orbitals. The third rule is the number of molecular orbital formed that will be equal to number of atomic orbitals taking part in the combination. Means simply, we have discussed that two atomic orbital combines, there is formation of two molecular orbitals. When three atomic orbitals combines, there is formation of three molecular orbitals. So when there is formation of three molecular orbitals, then out of that one orbital is bonding molecular orbital, other is anti-bonding molecular orbital, and third is non-bonding molecular orbitals. In this way, when there is four atomic orbital combines, then four molecular orbitals are formed. Means same number of atomic orbitals combines, then same number of molecular orbitals are formed. In case of the atomic orbitals which forms the molecular orbitals, they have comparable energies. So that is the one of the rules. So when atomic orbital combines, then molecular orbital are formed, but at that time that atomic orbital should be comparable energy or matching energy. Now we see one of the last point, that is the non-bonding combination of orbitals. So in the bonding and anti-bonding, when wave functions are same or different, then that is formation of bonding anti-bonding. But in some cases, the two atomic orbitals have not matching symmetry. At that time, there is not formation of bonding and anti-bonding. So that is called as non-bonding molecular orbitals. So in that non-bonding molecular orbital, the symmetry is not proper and they have also not in the same geometry. And so such type of molecular orbital, that is called as non-bonding molecular orbital. So you see here, this is the diagram. We have taken example of s orbital, that is plus wave function, and other is the p orbital, that may be py or pz orbital. So in that py orbital, one lobe has plus wave functions, other lobe have minus wave functions. So when that s orbital plus wave functions and py orbital plus wave functions, there is possibility of combination. In the s orbital plus wave functions and p orbital minus wave function, there is repulsion. So in this case, attraction and repulsion is equal. So 50% attraction and 50% repulsion is formed. So net result, there is not any bond formed, and so that is called as non-bonding molecular orbitals. So in this way, in the combination of different atomic orbital, there is formation of bonding molecular orbitals, anti-bonding molecular orbitals, and non-bonding molecular orbitals. I have given you assignment on this topic. You solve the assignment and submit it. For the assignment, you check the link of assignment in this video description.